Hey friends, it's Silas Sham from Bethany Northeast in Seattle, Washington. Over the last couple weeks, we've all had to retool some of the ways that our groups, classes, and Bible studies, how they meet because of COVID-19. And so I want to run a small tutorial on how to run a great meeting and to have things flowing even though we're meeting virtually and not in person. If you would, take a look at my computer screen, and I'm going to open up Zoom here. That's going to bring me to my meetings page. Now, it might bring you to the home page. You can start a meeting right from here, or you can do what I typically have done, which is have meetings scheduled. And the reason I like having things scheduled is because the invitation remains the same. So if someone already knows that it's in their calendar, I'm not normally receiving last minute texts of, where is this going? Where do I click? What do I type? It's all there saved already, and that's a huge gift in terms of not having to scramble at the last second. So reoccurring meetings, they're great. I like to click on the meetings tab. I'll open up this Monday night group, and I'll mute myself so we don't get feedback. So this is what the host screen will look like when you start the meeting. And the first thing I like to do is hit Manage Participants and open up the chat phase. And the reason that I open these two tabs up is because I can see everyone who's in it, and then also people can interact without talking over each other. If you've been in any Zoom calls recently, you might have experience where someone's talking, someone else wants to say something, so they start talking, this person stops, someone else starts talking, all the momentum just kind of goes out of the conversation. You just lose track of what's happening. If you use these two features, you can actually make things run a little smoother just by having some premeditated ideas of, here's what our order is going to be for running a meeting. So this is the host side. Take a look at what the participant side looks like real quick. If I'm here and I open up my phone, I'm going to open up Zoom. I'll open up the text message with the Zoom invite. Now I'll click that. And I'm going to dial in. That's great. And I'm going to mute myself so I don't have feedback as well. So this is what the participant side looks like. It's on my phone here. And then this is what the host side looks like, where the host would see all the stuff. So now you'll see there are 2 participants in the meeting, and I see that on this tab. So one of the features I like using is the chat. As someone's talking, if I'm talking, people can chat in their input or their questions, and then the person who's teaching can really keep going without losing the flow, and they can address things in real time on the fly. So that's a great option to use. Another option is the participants tab. If you see this on the participants side, if I click this button on the bottom, participants, you'll see there's a raise hand feature here. See that little blue hand going on and off, on and off? If I go back to the host side, this is a great way to know and to let the person who's leading know that you have something to contribute, but it doesn't kill the flow of what's happening. And so typically, if someone is in this side, if you see this, and they're raising and lowering their hand, I could be talking blah 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 blah, and I see this raised hand. Oh, I know that Sham M, they want to contribute something, and I can say, hey Sham, I see that you have something to say. Lower their hand, and then that way you haven't just killed all the momentum. You can have this interaction, address them, honor them, everyone can contribute, but it just runs a lot smoother using participants and chat feature in tandem. So 2 features just for running a meeting, that's great. That's a great thing to employ. Another thing that's even better is if you typically in your group setting would come together, have a big corporate gathering, and then would break up into smaller groups. So say you have a Bible study or something, 60 people come together, then you break up into 10 groups of 6. You can do the same thing with Zoom. So if you are here on this bottom floating menu, hit more, and I hit Breakout Rooms, right now there's only 1 participant, but say there were 60, I could assign 60 participants to 10 different rooms, and it would look something like this. And I could sort it automatically, or I could put people in their groups manually and really mimic what I might do in a real real-time Bible study that physically meets. So that's another great way to do that. So if I created rooms, here you would see all the rooms, all the people in it. I'd hit open rooms, and I just sent them all to the rooms. Then when I want to bring them back, hit close all rooms, everyone comes back, and then I can have my gathering together again after the small group gatherings. So just here, these are 3 tools that I like to use to make meetings run a little smoothly, especially over Zoom, and we're all learning at this time. We're all learning better ways. If you have other things that are working well for you, please write them in the comments below. I would love to know them. Email me, I'd love to know them. We're trying to just create the best environment for connections at this time, and this is what's working for me. If you have any other questions about some of these features, all these features need to be enabled in the settings tab, so it might not show up immediately. Go to your pro account, your settings tab, and there's a whole list of menus. You can go there, check what you want, what you don't want. And these 3 things, participants, chat, and breakout rooms, are great ways to make meetings flow well, to run smoothly, and to just have great connection. So I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, shoot me a comment. And if you have suggestions, please let me know about them. I'd love to hear what you're thinking. But other than that, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.